Mic check. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. The beginning of the videos, the live streams, has the least amount of people watching. But as the video ages, the beginning eventually will have the most people watching. Ironic, no? Good morning, everyone. Morning here, anyway. 2022 Mr. Olympia event. What a show, guys. What can I say? What can we all say? It's been a few days. Still a buzz. Hey, Brickhouse. Hey, Mikey. Hey, Deprof. Do you think Big Rammy can reclaim the title next year, or is he done? I'm going to make a prediction right now, guys. I'm going to make a prediction right now that Big Rammy will be back to win his title. Not only that, but we're going to see the very best of Big Rammy. Can you guys hear me okay? Is this all right? Sorry, when I'm recording my videos, I generally have my face right up to the mics, but so. Good morning. We have our festive holiday mug. Morning, Mad, Marx, Max, Muscle. Morning, Ross. Morning, Ross. Hunter got Christmas gift. Hunter Labrada? Maybe last year. He didn't this year. I'm currently setting up a video, guys. It's going to be out for you guys later. Hunter Labrada. It's part of your You Pick Tuesday lineup. Part of your You Pick Tuesday lineup. Hunter Labrada last year versus this year. Didn't even look at the comparison yet, guys, and I can tell you right now he was better this year than he was last year. Twice as conditioned. And he got half the placings. Can you say your intro? What's my intro? Hello, everyone. Mark here. Mark's Max Muscle. That one, you mean? Shout out to everyone who thought that Ors would beat Dino. I didn't. Even with all the updates showing that wouldn't happen. I thought that I predicted Dino to beat Ors. Mike Daly, I've watched you for years and I figured you looked completely different. Your voice doesn't match you. No offense. I love your channel. Well, I'm not going to take offense to that. I'm a voice impressionist. Why should I look like my face?
If I sounded like Barney, the big purple dinosaur,
I'd be big and purple, right? It's because I'm a little man and I got a big vocal cord. So don't mess with me on the phone. Some people don't know what I look like. Who am I talking to now? Sorry, sir. Very intimidating voice. Small little guy. Big man's chest, yeah, one of my sayings. You're the OGB? I don't think I'm the OGB. Did you watch the posing video Rammy just posted on IG? No, but I was watching Rammy versus Samson. Samson looked pretty darn good against Ram Man. Get this mic in front of me here. Wow. The FBI needs to hire you as an announcer. Oh, the IFBB. Sorry, guys, early. The IFBB. FBI. Only have the voice, you have the knowledge. Not only, Ross? I hope. Yeah, I got a little bit of the history knowledge. It's a lot about bodybuilding that I don't know. A lot about bodybuilding that I don't know about. That's why I'm on the hunt every morning for more information. Can you say top 3 muscles in terms of bodybuilding? Top 3 muscles? What do you mean? You need the whole package. You take any one of those muscles away. If you think calves are the least important, they all need to be there. Proportions, symmetry, and the best hair. Let's be real. My hair? I do have luxurious hair. Look at this. I'm just joking. It's actually real effing man's hair. People say that's girly hair. I say, no, this is what your hair does if you just leave it like a man. You don't go to the salon once a month. Anyway, obviously, big chest is more important than big forearms, for example. Oh, but that depends on the physique. That depends on the physique. Arnold looked great with big arms and big man's chest. Tom Platz looked great with big giant legs. If you know what I'm saying. Seeing your workouts. What's your diet like? Depending. Rice and chicken, usually 3 times a day, with eggs. Usually eggs first off. Oatmeal. Try to get 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. Depending on if it's in the evening, if I've worked out. If I don't work out, I don't pour it on. If I do, I do. Your Arnold voice is impeccable. I should have read that in the Arnold voice. Your Arnold voice is impeccable. That's it. There's nothing fancy. There's no fanfare. Do some cooking videos. Yeah, I'm going to kind of lean down to do a posing routine against Sanch bodybuilding, but we kind of postponed that into the following month. I mean, the poor guy was going to the Olympia. Bodybuilding News Network. You guys watch Sanch Bodybuilding News Network? He's the real deal, guys. Go sub to his channel. He does the hard work. He went to the Olympia. He was doing interviews. Great guy. I'm going to do a posing routine against him. Just a video pose. I like your J voice. Yeah. Didn't want to be that big. Just want to say your constant rate of quality uploads and passion for bodybuilding is really appreciated. Well, thank you. Thank you. You guys knew how much I obsessed over bodybuilding ever since I was a grasshopper. My grandfather, who was around back in the 40s lifting weights, he did competitions. He was doing strongman competitions. For goodness sakes. He wrote the gym regiment for the local gym back in the olden days. So I have to be something involved with this stuff, guys. My relative, when relatives would come around flexing, I had a cousin. He was a lot older than me. We were just kids. He was a professional bodybuilder. He came right before a competition. He was flexing for us. He was ripped to shreds. Looking back, he was actually pretty jacked. So, love bodybuilding. Is the background a tribute to Nick Walker? Yeah. Mr. Olympia 2023, guys. Take a look at it. And don't forget it. Nick Walker, the brick. He's not a brick, he's a brick wall. Can't be broken down. Why does Hunter Labrada place so high? Seriously. What did he get? 7th? I don't think 7th is all that high. 5th last year. Now that was high. This year's result show the Olympia is not political. It was a step back as far as that's concerned. Step forward. But think about it, guys. All you people, Monsoon, all you people that are saying Ramy doesn't dance. Could you imagine if Ronnie Coleman in 2001 or two, no, Not even 2001. 2002. Because Ramy was off in 2021 too, just like Ronnie Coleman was off 2001. Now, Ronnie Coleman should have lost that title in 2002. He was small. His midsection looked bigger than it did in the earlier days anyway. He was terrible. People probably wrote him off. And look what happened. 2003. Huh? Yeah. His dad is a major sponsor. No, so was mine. My dad's a sponsor to Marx Max Muscle. He owns this studio. So, we'd be nowhere without our paws and our maws and our paws. I had two good ones, knock on wood. Still do. Bonac had the worst comparison standing next to Andrew Raphael. Well, that's why I made that video with Andrew Jacked against William Bonac. And I said, good thing for Bonac, he will be in a higher call out, but he wasn't. He was put against them guys. And poor Bonac. Uh, you know, the top three, maybe even the top four, was the shortest top four that I've ever seen in bodybuilding history as far as height. Nobody agree? The shortest. Hattie's short. They're all short. Hunter's lower back was never the thickest, man. Hunter was flat, but he had a bubble gut last year. He was soft. He was soft. Calling Blessing a guy from the third call out turned into a yeah. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Blessing screwed up, guys. He had no separation in the wheels. He screwed up. He blew his testosterone the night before on that mic. Jaw jacking. You got to stay reserved until the time to come out. Meh. Dorian kept the title with just one bicep. Yeah, he wouldn't be doing that nowadays. It's because people complained is why they're doing it. People complain. They're still complaining about Dorian Yates winning that title, Ronnie Coleman winning it in 2002. Marx, we need to petition that top 6 Olympia finalists tag team wrestling. What are you talking about? Olympia, then wrestling, tag team wrestling in a portable ring. Portable ring. You got a portable ring? Was Krizo overlooked a bit? Krizo had some water. And you put him next to a guy that's totally shredded, totally ripped, especially in a lineup. Andrew was missing separation in the legs as well. Well, no, he wasn't. He just doesn't have it. Needs to get those hamstrings dug out a bit. Nick should be second. It was close. He was more conditioned, I can tell you that. Ramy should have fourth at least. I get Ramy fifth. I was talking to people before they made the announcement, and I said Ramy in fifth. I have people that could verify that. Superset Man. He almost nailed his prediction. What are your thoughts on Sean Ray? Who's Charles Griffin? Where did he place? I'm sorry, guys. You guys are commenting a little too fast, so I'm missing some. Not used to this. Not used to all this love. People sharing, caring. Once Raphael puts some more. He looked great, guys. Rafael Brandao, he's a standard. He can beat big guys with aesthetics. Do you think Nick has the best back double bi pose? He did. I think he still does. Lunsford's is awesome. Lunsford's perfect. He's like a little miniature Phil Heath that you could hold in your hand. Nick should have second. I agree. Okay, Louis Marco, torchbearer. Louis still holding the flame, like a little lighter. A little lighter. I prefer Derek's back double by. Yeah, I could see that. I just think Nick's has better arms and maybe better hamstrings. Could be a thicker, harder looking back too. Derek's so perfect. I like Derek's rear lat spread. No, no. The Olympia proves that physique updates leading up to the shows don't mean a thing. This guy, well, that's Nick Walker's physique updates. He stands back, he shows you the whole body. That's it. Thing. So Nick Walker's physique updates were honest, and I think Hunter Labrada's reflected his performance. There was a lot of aspects there. And hey, Samson Dauda, his physique updates, they were proof in the pudding, whatever you would say. If Derek improves his arms, he needs more cuts in those arms. He needs to do more labor work. Come on, Derek, get out there and 1,000 reps. No pause. You get little cuts. His arms are big enough. It's huge arms. Angel Calderon could be the top six. Yeah. Nobody talked about 212. What's the origin of Too Smooth Monsoon? Go look at my Instagram. Sunny Warcloud Instagram. It's a pose down between Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude on Royal Rumble 1989. And Rude hit his abs and thigh, and he was ripped to shreds, Monsoon, as Gorilla said, or as Jesse the Body Ventura said. And then Warrior goes to do his abs and thigh, and because Warrior was a good guy, you see, Jesse always would diss the good guys, and he wasn't smooth. He looked pretty ripped, just as ripped as Rick Rude, but Jesse being Jesse goes, too smooth, Monsoon, too smooth. So that's the origins of Too Smooth. I'm so disappointed in Terrence Ruffin. He stepped on stage smooth, smoother than Michael Jackson. Oh, now that's slick. Yeah, come on, do it. Do an Arnold impression. Well, he was crying that he was 10 pounds, 200, 10 pounds bigger, did he not? Did Terrence not say that he was going to be 10, 15 pounds bigger, whatever it would be? That's always a sign that you're going to be smooth. Nobody puts on that much muscle. Even Derek Lunsford wasn't quite as sharp, but he was depleting to get to the 212 level too. So 212 sucks. No, it doesn't. There's plenty of great 212 athletes, for goodness sakes. The champion, Kamal, whole bunch of them. Kareth Bajo, Angel Calderon. Talking to Marx Max is like talking to a brick wall. That's funny, Voo. I'm just joking. I did think that was funny. Poor Logan, yeah. Logan Franklin. I watched the video of him boo-hooing, and then I thought, what's he boo-hooing for? And then I found out why he had the Salt Springs running. Love you, Canadian brother. Well, I love you too, man. Or thank you. Mark's Mass Muscle should join the WWE Triple H. No, wrestling's hard. I've wrestled for years. It's hard on the back. I used to pray to be a professional wrestler, and now I'm glad. Some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. So I'm glad. Derek could totally win the Open. Yeah, Derek could win next year. I said him and Nick Walker are going to have the very first ever battle back and forth for the Olympia title. They're going to trade hands each year. Be good, eh? Yeah, and throw in Hattie. Hattie might just very well retire. I would. After working that hard to win the title, and then you won it. He won the biggest Olympia of all time. The 2022 show. Quit. Triple M versus Tominator boxing match. I don't know. He seems pretty straight ahead. He seems like a pretty straightforward guy. He might land too many jabs right away, throw me out of my game, and then boom. It's all she wrote. Hard to say, though. Hard to say. I can dig in those body shots, too, though. Watch out for those body shots. They don't hurt at first, but they will accumulate to something. Love the Tominator, guys. He's the man. Gave me my first shout out way back when. Way back when. Ors peaked too early, it seemed. He didn't retain the shredded cheese gains. Shredded cheese? Give us some recent pictures of yours. Well, I'm gonna be doing a pose down with Sanch. You get to see the whole package with the whole 9 yards. Samson will win next year. Hold it down for 4 years. A lot of factors in there, guys. Short is the new tall. Can we get 5'2" open, Mr. Olympia? Sean Claretta? 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 Do they call him Claretta? It's not Clarita. I call him Clarita. Sorry. Anyway. What do you think about Andrew Jack being the modern day Tony Freeman? Mark. It's Mark with a K, not C. Oh, Canadian boy here. He is not the new Tony Freeman. Tony Freeman, he's a cool dude, like Tony Freeman, but he is nowhere near Andrew Jack. I'm sorry, guys. First of all, aesthetics. When you're that tall, you need aesthetics because that's a lot of ugly. And no, Tony is not an aesthetic, but he had a big old torn pec. And if you look at Andrew Jack, he has that big man's manly. Triple M, are you into arm wrestling? No. My old man, my dad, my dear dad, he was a fantastic arm wrestler. And you don't hear that from him. That's how you can tell he was good. Other people told me about it, how good he was. So I might have it in me to do it, but I um don't like arm wrestling. Rather the whole body. Let's body wrestle, I'd say. He's the new Paul Dillette. Now there, I could call Michael Crizo the new Paul Dillette. The giant killer could beat everyone. Isn't it funny? All these new bodybuilders are tall, but the top three was the shortest of all time. Huh? Ironic? Makes me mag. I couldn't read that, sorry. What do you think about Ram Man next year? I think he's gonna win the title. I think he's going to three it, as they say. 73, Arnold brought his best. Revolutionary. Best body anybody's ever seen. 83, Samir Banu brought the best, most diced package. 93, Dorian Yates does it again. 2003, Ronnie King Coleman blows everybody away. Repetitious, guys. 2013, every three. Phil Heath blew everybody away with his arguably his best package. No, 2023, you don't think it's going to happen again? It's going to happen. Samson has a freak factor that Andrew doesn't. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't remind you of a fitness model. I tell you what he reminds you of. Isn't that funny? Sound like a woman. Oh, I didn't say that. My wife could be watching. Women are the best. Women are the best. 100%. Cover my bases, guys. Andrew is aesthetic. So is Samson. They're both giant in a lineup. They're both very impressive. Andrew is the widest human I've ever seen. You know who was wide? Was Jay Cutler. Sit him next to anybody. Marcus Rule was wide too. But Jay, for his height, Jay wasn't as tall as some of them guys, but he was just as wide. Samson is the next Coleman. Nobody's the next Coleman. Nobody can explode like that. Nobody would stay natural that long. Get you natty or not haters. Nobody's natural. Ronnie Coleman was natural for years. He was taking little tiny bits. Wasn't even taking it properly. They were selling him the fake stuff for years. He thought he was taking something. Mm, 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 mm. I just eat more chicken. That's good chicken. You ever see Ronnie Eaton? He has like turkey and potatoes, and he has like that much turkey in one shot. He just throws it in, swallows, and throws it in again. He eats like a duck because ducks can just eat it up. 0.4% body fat. No, he was negative. Coleman was negative. Point 0.4 is still some. You don't get it? It's negative, guys. It's like a year after you die, you're negative alive. Negative. So as soon as you die, you're not negative dead. You're just dead. He was negative body fat. You're the next Coleman? Derek. Oh, yes. Derek, ladies and gentlemen, Derek Olera. Incredible bodybuilder. I believe you got your pro card competing in open. Didn't know if you were going to go to class. I think you're too big for classic. Derek. Awesome. Bodybuilders watching me here. Get a little nervous now. Crezo's structure is like Arnold's. I agree. I agree. Crezo. We have not seen the last of Crezo. If anybody's the next Coleman, it's Crezo. Hey, he could be the guy that does it in 2023. It's going to be somebody. Going to be somebody. Do you think men's physique judge prefer big tall guy or shorter guy? Men's physique? I don't know. Don't watch men's physique. Nothing against it, just don't watch it. Just don't watch it. Trying to slow down because then when they go fast, I'm trying to read one and then it's gone. I'd love to see Serge Nabret C-bomb comparison one day. I've done it. You guys got to remember when you request something, type it in first. Put Marx Max Muscle and then your request and see if it pops up. Because there's a lot of them that I get, and I already did that one. For some reason, I've done 2,300 or something videos, probably 2,000 comparisons, and I remember if I've done one 4 years ago. Yeah, I did that. I did that. Gustavo Bedell versus Jay Cutler, 2004. I don't think I did that one. Pose down between Big Marx and Kenny KO. Is Kenny KO still around? I've never watched his show. Again, nothing against the guy, just never watched him. Thought they took his channel off for some reason. Did somebody grab a hold of Kenny KO at a sign or something? William Bonac grabbed a hold of Louis Marco. I'd like to set a workup between me and Blessing. Get him to grab a hold of me and throw me. Won't you be making videos about me, boy? Why do you watch it if it's painful? Why do you do it to yourself? You have. I searched it, but couldn't see it. What match did you want, sorry? Freshen your drink, governor? Yeah, why not? Why not? Marx doesn't talk to people in fourth call out. Yes, I do. Some of my favorite bodybuilders. Kenny is all about natty or not. Oh, okay. Not interested. It's like making videos. Santa Claus is real or not, you know. If he's jacked, he's on the juice. I will always argue and say that if we were living in a world without juice at all, we would see a physique that would look pretty impressive like the guys from the 80s did. If you had 100% genetic superiority, which have we seen that yet? Who knows? If you had proper training right from the get-go, not too much when you're young, getting into it and building that physique, and here's the most important part, exact dieting. If you had all those things lined up, blow your mind. No, they wouldn't be as big as a juiced up dude. Would be very impressive though. Steve Reeves with the greatest genetics of all time. We don't know. At that point in time, people would have had good genetics and they wouldn't have thought, geez, I could parlay these genetics. It's more of genetic selection nowadays. People don't even get into bodybuilding if they're not genetically built for it. And why would you? That's why they make physique, classic physique. Do I think Hassan Mustafa can glow up? What do you mean by that? Glow up. The most genetically gifted guy is probably writing computer. Yeah, he probably doesn't work out. He's probably jacked. And the thing about anybody that's worth their salt that is going to be genetic like that, they're going to take juice to be the champion. So you're not going to see that genetic specimen natural. You never will. You don't know. Phil Heath might have looked fantastic without all the juice. Might have been aesthetic. Who knows? Would say, look at the lags. Is it leagues? You want me to say leagues? Can you do Danny Padilla versus Labrada comparison? Danny Padilla goes to my gym. Really? Cool. He's Italian, huh? Italian. You take too big of a bite. Rami said 2011 Phil is best bodybuilder ever. Yeah. This freaking thing making noises. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. This foolishness here. Hold on. I don't know how to run electronics. There. It's over with. It's over with. Yeah, Phil Heath, 2011. Very crisp, very sharp. He had the size. Ronnie Coleman's just too much, though. I think if you stick it against a very sharp Ronnie Coleman or just a massive Ronnie Coleman, then I guess you're going to use 2013 Phil to battle against the size. So it's, I don't know. You line them all up, Coleman might reign supreme. Very hard to say. Sergio Oliva, not too many people talk about Sergio Oliva as being the GOAT. Genetically speaking, you got to understand. They were on juice, but it was nowhere near the amount and the refined juice that they were taking years later. The guy ate Twinkies and cream soda. Sergio Oliva. So I think Sergio Oliva, by far is the greatest genetic specimen of all time. Or Ronnie Coleman, so I guess it can't be that far. 2003, Coleman is unbeatable, yeah. If you looked at the training and the dieting, the preparation that Sergio Oliva had compared to what they did years later, you could basically say he didn't even train. Didn't even train. And he looked like that. He lifted some weights. That's how Arnold beat him. Arnold tried. Arnold tried to do the dieting, things of that nature. And even, a House of Pies. 98 Coleman is my favorite. Without the Fig Newton, I think 98 is much sharper than 99. 99 had the added size, but just didn't have that thin skin. I don't know. It was some pop. I think to be honest with you, Diane, I think the back was better in 98 as well. What's up, big man? Fan of your voice. LOL. Which voice is that? this one or that one. Brandon Hendrickson was peeled. Didn't he lose? Didn't he lose? I didn't even pay attention to the men's physique, but I know he lost. Arnold also became the governor of California and a Hollywood superstar. So it is safe to say he was a bit more driven. Well, hey, you don't know where Sergio came from, what he had to do to get to where he was, from where he was. So he dug and climbed and pulled his way to the top. I'm here to tell you. And being a man of, and I hate to bring race into this, but being a man of quite a bit of color back then probably didn't help Sergio Oliva because, as we do know, there was some just terrible people back in the day. Terrible, terrible people. Let's hope those type of people did not reprocreate, and apparently they did. Yeah, the other guy, he was a little taller too, I think. That beat Brandon. Oh, I was gonna say, how did Salek do? He didn't compete. Wasn't Arnold just better? Why bring race into it? No, no, I wasn't saying that that's why Arnold beat him. I was saying that it was tougher for him to get to where he was because of that. Arnold was better in certain aspects, but not in 72, he wasn't. But not in 72. He was not. Sergio was better than Arnold. Why bring that comment into it, into the situation? I thought it died off on its own volition. Black Betty. Whoa, Black Betty. Bamble down. Does Nick Walker deserve to place ahead of Andrew Jack Trezo? Condition wise, I mean, yeah, guys, look at the hamstrings. Come on, come on. Peeled. IFBB seems to hate blonde haired Germans. Dennis did okay. Marcus Rule was softer in the back, I think. But yeah, Marcus Rule should have placed higher than he was. But I mean, usually Jay Cutler was beating him. He's a great big giant blonde guy. Gunter and Wolf, especially. Gunter, yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But isn't that bringing race into it too? White people are of a race. I think people need to relax over that situation anyway. It's 2022. For goodness sakes. I would have loved to see Gunter continue. Well, he did. He did. Gunter continued to compete. He tried to refine himself with condition, and it took a lot of his size away. So we never really had that 2002 Sting ever again. Ever again. We should collectively get Joe Rogan to compete in 212. Joe Rogan, he's about 185 pounds. He'd never be 212. Joe's not a big fan of the bodybuilding to get massive. He's older anyway. He's older than I am. It's too late for me, even. People say, oh, well, some people start late. Yeah, well, with good genetics, you can start from the bottom, things of that nature. You like my things of that nature? I say things of that nature when it calls for it. A lot of the times it does call for it. I don't like saying and things like that. Things of that nature. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Manny. I'm sorry. Didn't subscribe to your channel to hear racism. Who's being racist? You got to relax. You got to relax a little bit. Are you a human? Well, in my eyes, you're the same. I notice the color of your shirt. It's because I like it. Take it easy. We're all humans. We're all humans. You know how I know? 'Cause we all bleed red. Huh? Now, Manny, hit that subscribe button. You do it now. You subscribe back to my channel or you miss content. Wonder if anyone has transitioned from bodybuilder to MMA. Ernie Taylor said he was going to go to the UFC. His triceps probably weighed him down. All hail. You're funny, Matthew Lee. That's how they got Jesus shot. They all go around saying he was the Lord. No, don't say that, man. You're going to kill me. String him up. I subscribe back as you won me over with your charm. Well, Manny, I love you, man. I love you. Whether you're red, orange, purple, green, indifferent. What is that thing you do when you say, if you know what I am saying? I don't get it since I'm non-English speaking. It's like a rap thing. You know what I'm saying? One thing you guys don't know about Marx Max Muscle, his favorite brand of music is, in fact, rap. And I'm from the country. People laugh at me. Kind of music you listening to? I don't dig the country music. I just don't dig it. Even though I is proof positive I'm from the country. I got duct tape. It's how we fix everything. Malvoke, where are you from? Canada. Snow out in the outside. Lots of snow. Arnold, Ohio. 2023. Samson is the guy to. Ooh. Samson Dauda. Arnold Classic Champion. I like the sound of that. Metal? You can't say one's the best. There's no such thing as best music. It's like the best food. Utterly ridiculous to suggest such something so foolish. Somebody shows me somebody talking on his guitar, Eddie Van Halen, and I'm like, well, I just don't. My ear doesn't like that. I'm sorry. Might be hard to do, but I just don't like it. I'm sorry. With all due respect to Van Halen. Wow. I like Huey Lewis and the News. Is that okay? Hey, if you like metal, that's like me trying to tell you that it's no good, right? That's your ear, not mine. Krizo? Do I think he'll win the Olympia? He could win multiple. See, you think rap music is the worst. Well, that's up to you. Country music, some people say that's the cat's meow, but to me it's kind of a depressing type of songs. But hey, it is what it is. Just playing around. I'm just playing around. That's okay. I can take a joke. We can debate here at Marks Max Muscle without getting, too upset with each other. What's your take on Breon Ansley moving 212? That's the beauty of bodybuilding. It's like, oh, well, I don't like his physique. Well, I do. Okay. Well, here's what's wrong with it. Mark's own is in the house. Saluti de Castellanchino. Is that okay? Do you think Ian can fix his bark? I don't know, man. It looked pretty gone. And Ian's my boy. You're my boy, Ian. You're my boy. I won a natural bodybuilding competition at the age of 42. Both my age group and the overall retired after the big win. Jeffrey Locke, congratulations. Locks, always good athletes. The Locks. Did C-Bum shoot up his injured arm? I don't think so. I don't know. I I tore a ligament or something in my pec one time, and it balled out. Looked like I put synthol in that pack. So, I don't know everything. If somebody's biceps bulged out like Dexter Jackson's was in 2009, 10, 14, can't remember. It's the Arnold Classic one year. Dexter Jackson's his bicep was ballooned way out. Some people suggested maybe he did shoot it up, but other people thought it was just torn or something and broke. I don't know. I don't know. I thought he hit it with a baseball bat to get it to swell up. Wouldn't that work? Huh. Yeah, you say that, Steve, because you get that sung for you. It took me by surprise, Amanda. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Triple M versus Michael Crezo comparison video. Oh, we are a comedian today, aren't we, Matthew Lee? Message retracted. Somebody. Marx Max Muskel. I feel like Ian is popular due to his brother-in-law. Yeah, I thought he was popular because he was the enemy character. He beats a lot of people, but he didn't beat too many people, so not too many people are hating on Ian. He did okay. The guy with the missing lat, I think he was just flexing it wrong. He needs Bumstead back in his corner. Max Charles looked amazing. Max Charles? What you talking about? Max Charles didn't compete. Am I crazy? Oh, do you guys mind? Go ahead. There's a little button there called thumbs up. Why don't you give a little flick? Give it a little tickle. Hit thumbs up. Why don't you? Oh, one guy did. One guy did. Refreshments. Vodka. First thing in the morning. That's how you get peeled, boys. I hit the spot. Mike O'Hearn should do masters naturally. Mike O'Hearn. I like Mike O'Hearn. I don't care what they say about him. I think he's a cool dude. Bumstead ain't going to open. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, a whole bunch of you did. Thank you. Thumbs ups. Look at that. Thank you. Very nice. Very kind. That's very kind. Derek's left bicep was suspect. Was a suspect in a murder because it's guns. It's gun town. Michael Hearn is not natural. Well, he didn't come out of the closet yet, like Liver King did. So it's possible there's still Santa Claus. Michael Hearn is the last Santa Claus. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let the children think that that's what they can achieve if they put their mind to it. That's all I'm saying. If he was competing against guys that were juiced and he was saying, I'm natural, then I would probably have more of an opinion on it. But this guy is just Santa Claus. Come on. I think he's giving his son juice. Son, he's just a little kid and he's running around lifting 200 pounds. Marx Max Muscle Vodka first thing in the morning. is how you get peeled? Yes. Yes. Everyone called Hearn is a liar. You can't condemn an entire last name. It's like the Donner Party. Remember the Donner Party? It's like saying anybody with the last name Donner likes to eat people. Donner? Dahmer? Wow. Like I just blew my own mind. Jerry Ward did make a good point. Journal always look like Mike who? Mike who? I can and I will. You can and you will what? Know what I'm saying? Love that part. Sirk song sing. What is opinion about 212 and open? We were talking about the Olympia. I guess that's what my title is, isn't it? We got to talk about the Olympia, guys. What do you guys think about Bonac? Is he done? With Sean Roden's 2018 package been good enough to win 2022? Yes. Sean Roden 2018 would have won the Olympia. I think a lot of guys were on. A lot of guys were off. I think Roden, if he was peeled like he was there, Bonac smokes Nick Waukee. You think? Nick was jacked, guys. Nick was impressively huge. Mind blown? Yeah. Well, Bonac, what is he, guys? What is he? 45? 42? Bonac is Dunsky? Huh. Yeah. Yeah. There's a few guys that probably need to call it quits now because it's the changing of the guards, guys. It was more obvious. Never seen it more obvious than putting your Rammies down, your Bonacs down, your Currys down. They're all down, and all these new guys, even Hattie Shupin guys, 2019 was his Olympian debut. So he's a pretty new dude to the scene. Good Clarita and Seabum. I wanted to do a Sean Clarita, Chris Bumstead, and Hattie Shupin three-way to see who the overall champion is. Huh? It's Italian. Would you guys like to see that? You always hated Ramy's physique, did you? This John, I bet you John was one of those guys saying, Ramy's the best. He's gonna win the Olympia 10 times. Now that he lost. Or now that he won it and then lost. I'm just joking, John. You're a good guy. You've done a lot of good things for the community. What do you think of Nick's talk with Arnie? Oh, I didn't watch it. I like Nick Strength and Power. He's a good dude. He's at the top, so he's going to take heat. Do you think Nick Walker looks like a Lego man? Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, he has more. He can go like that. Lego guys can only go like that, right? So they couldn't. This would be their flex, their double bicep flex, like that. Nick can come out, opens up, flexes the abs. So no, he's not exactly like a Lego man. And when I was a kid, there was no blonde Lego men. I guess Nick's not blonde. Nick's not blonde. Do I think Nick was robbed? No, it wasn't a robbery. Would I have put him second? Hey, I might even have put him first, but it's not a robbery situation. It's a close situation. Hey, Nick won the front double. Derek won the front lat. Nick won the front uh, or the rear double. Derek won the rear lat. It's close. It's close. Abs and thigh could have went to Derek. Most muscular could have went to Nick. Hmm? Close. Close. More blonde hair discrimination. Down with blondes. I'm just joking. My wife's a redhead. That's part blonde. And my beard's bright red when I grow it, though, because I'm getting older. Getting a little older. But, I mean, I'm still quick. Huh? Can Nick win the Olympia ever? Yes, of course he can. He placed third, guys. If you're placing in the top 6, you can win the Olympia. Answer this, Marx. 212 bodybuilding are winning in open. Do we need 212? Yes. Because nobody that won the Olympia was 212 pounds. Were they? No, they weren't. Derek Lunsford was not 212. Heidi Shupin is not 212. Hello, Superset Man! I am a Superset Maniac. In 2020, everybody wanted Ramy to win. Let's just wait a year or two so everybody would hate on Hattie. Yeah, yeah. Did you hear my thoughts on it, Superset? Ramy? Look what happened to Ronnie Coleman 2002. Screwed up, worst Ronnie Coleman of all time, and then he bounced back. You don't think Ramy can do the same thing? That's my prediction. Earthworm Jim. Hey, I remember that game. Earthworm Jim. You guys remember that? Love the direction that it's going in. You get so many big, tall guys gonna crush everybody. Everybody's saying all these new guys, Krizo, Andrew Jack, all these big dudes, and then your top three is the shortest guys in the history of the top 3 or 4, I think. Love your videos, man. Thank you. LV? Supporting the revolution. It's a revolution. It's going to revolve around. That's why it's called a revolution. We're almost an hour in, guys. I'm going to give you an hour, so we got a few minutes left. We got 3 minutes left. So get your comments. If you've wanted to say something to me for years, now's the time. Now's the time. Could Luke Sandow have won this year? Yeah, yeah. You could imagine Luke Sandow by now. Could you imagine? Krizo wasn't robbed. He had a layer of water on him. Judges know. He could fix that. He can fix that. But Marx Max Muscle. Why do you go live on this channel when you have another channel? Love your content, Mark. Thank you. Go up! We got Superset Man and Goat Fitness. 2 of my favorite channels. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Goat's giving Superset Man a shout out. That's the community. Huh? That's the community. We band together like a stick. You can break a stick, but if you put enough of them together, you can't break them. And that's Goat Fitness, Superset Man, Saunch Bodybuilding, Bodybuilding News Network, Desktop Bodybuilding, all these channels. They showed each other out. We'll throw Nick Strickland Power in there too. He started it all. He started it all. Dowda got next. Next year? Do I watch Doctor Who? No. Let's just see the goat. I think they all do Superset. Great big collab. With hosted by Bodybuilding News Network. Be like bro chat. Have our mugs, all of our mugs present. Thank you for the laughs and have a good Christmas. Well, you too. You too. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy Hanukkah. Or just happy solstice. You can't deny the winter solstice. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You got your Superset Man mug already? They're nice mugs. I've seen them. I'd like to get myself one. And if I do get one, I'll be using it on this channel. But we got a Christmas. See my ho, ho, ho. Happy day. Happy day. Little bit of Bailey's in there. Little bit of alcohol. Voice acting advice. Okay, Trent, give me the advice. Let's have some advice. Happy birthday? Okay. Nonetheless, met Marx when I had 300 subs. What do you got now? Oh, 7,000? 3,000? 7,000? Some 5,000. I forget. No, you got more than 5,000. You got like 7 grand, don't you? Alcohol. I'm not an alcoholic. I just like to have a couple of drinks during the holidays. What are you drinking, Mark? It's not alcohol. I'm just joking, guys. It's you can't see that black coffee. I'm gonna spill that. It's black coffee. I don't drink. I don't drink because I'm a raging alcoholic. I should never move that. You can see that it's not a real brick wall. Do it, Mark. Do it now. Get to the chaps. It's chopper. That's like French. Chapper. Remember, Arnie said whiskey is anabolic. Yeah, he had a few shots like after the Olympia or before the finals. But he sucked that year anyway, so don't take that advice. He smoked a joint after 75. He's like, Ma, come on, Louis, speech, Lou. He gets Lou to do a speech. He knows he's not the best talker. Arnold, the number one. Babies drink milk. You grow up, you got the idea. That's right. And I don't drink milk, by the way. If I was hungry, starving, I would eat anything, just like you people. But we live in a world that we can choose what we eat and we can still be healthy. Of course, most people eat everything and they're unhealthy. Krizo was robbed hard. Should have placed 8th. Oh, there's lots of comparisons to do, guys. I gotta finish your you pick Tuesday lineup though before I do any of the other ones. I got Hunter Labrada coming out today versus Hunter Labrada, 2021 versus 2022. And we have a Patrick Johnson. Patrick put on 10 pounds, something like that. So we're going to see the difference between Patrick Johnson, that was voted or selected anyway. And after that, we can do some Michael Krizo comparisons. Is weed anabolic? Thought. Marijuana? Marijuana is a great reliever of stress. So if the bad that you receive from the marijuana outweighs the relief of what damage the stress was causing to you, then sure, that's my Kai Green answer to the situation. And if you are on the mare, you will have a hunger for so much food that, yeah, you're probably going to be anabolic because you can't stop eating. So is weed anabolic? No. But yes. No. When everybody says like this, no. That means they're lying. Asked my fifth grade teacher, "Did you do drugs, sir?" No. A few years later, I knew he was lying. I know you're lying. Mary Jane can help you recover better. Well, if you're relaxed, you're sitting in a chair after you're done working out. Of course, if it's used properly, they have different types of it. One's couch weed, one's workout weed. It's going to bring your heart rate up. It does that. When you smoke weed, your heart rate goes up. So if you're working out, you want your heart rate to be up a little bit. So I guess maybe it's good before a workout. Maybe it's good after a workout. Dave Plumbo said it causes gyno. Any thoughts? Do you think Patrick Moore stands a chance? So many bigger and equally aesthetic. Well, I seen him post a thing there the other day. Mary Jane, never heard of her. No, it's Mrs. Robinson. There is a Mary Jane song, isn't there? Last Dance with Mary Jane, that's what it is. Do you think Crizo can do Mr. O one day? Could be Mr. O. Yes, yes, I do. He is drugs. Marx Max Muscle doesn't do drugs. He is drugs. Depends on what you call drugs. Prescription drugs, there's people popping pills all day long that point the finger to weed and say that's a drug. Well, on a more technical level, popping pills all day long is much more of a drug than smoking a joint and having a beer. You want to have a beer and smoke a joint? Call it stress relief or call it a doctor's prescription. Same thing as somebody popping pills all day long. UFC fighter. Will you be doing Photoshop or having Photoshop freelancer do it in the future? Do what? No, that's not really my game, Robert. Superset Man is excellent at doing the like putting good body parts on that. When I do it, it kind of looks like I messed it up. He's better at the computer programming. Marks Max Muscles impressions are my drugs. I tell you one thing, for me to say anybody's doing drugs, this here, coffee, is a drug. So if you're saying somebody's on drugs and you're drinking a coffee, you get a coffee in your hand, you are what is known as a hypocrite. It's better just let people do what they want, right? Hey, if I want to wear a white shirt at a bodybuilding competition and go backstage and meet and greet the bodybuilders with Protan all over them, that's up to me. And I think Sergio Oliva did that on purpose. He wore a big white shirt. You could take that shirt home, you hang it up and say, see the tan? That's from so and so, that's from so and so. That would be cool. Come on, cool. Sips the coffee thusly. Yeah, thusly. People thinking caffeine isn't a drug. Yeah, 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 yeah. Give me my coffee. Lay off me. I'm starving. No, no, it is in fact a drug. You try to get people off white sugar. There you go. You get off white sugar for a few days. And you tell me that people are dependent on alcohol or tobacco. How old are you, brother? I am 41. Connie? 41. Or 30 with 11 years experience. Dennis James claims Big Rammy was at his best just 1 week. Yeah, well, your body is not going to react like a computer. You put codes in it, it's not going to, your body does what it wants. He had a pile, something that we as fans, none of you guys would understand the stress that Rammy was under. Are you kidding me? Anybody going into the Olympia, even the undercard guys, stress. So much stress. Now, it can affect you adversely or it can give you a motivation. A lion like Nick Walker, he seemed to be feeding off that. Like I said in my Eye of the Tiger prediction report, which was a terrible Eye of the Tiger prediction, Nick had a coldness in his look. I quit caffeine cold turkey. It's nothing. But if there's sugar in the house, it sneaks me out. Yeah. Yeah, but Robert, were you addicted to coffee? Like I need my coffee or I get upset. Of course you don't need addictions. You just need food and shelter. That's it. Don't even need love. It's all a bonus. It's all a bonus. Crezo does have the best arms. Nick Walker has the best arms too, though, so and smile. I would never smile. My pictures and things of that nature, and they say, "Smile." No. You depressed? No. It's comfortable. Sometimes your face is comfortable the way it is. I was as big as Rami when I was 12. I am now 19 years of age, 6'5", 860 pounds, 1% body fat. See, anybody can just say anything. Anybody can just say anything. The proof is in the pudding. I could say, hey, I was a professional wrestler for 15 years. You guys would believe me. Of course, I have been known to prove that. So if you can't prove it, let's see your pictures of the 6'5", 861. That'd be like the Incredible Hulk. Be like the post coffee scowl. How's the prep going, Marx? We put it on a week hiatus because of the Olympia. See a little layer of water already building up. Just a tidbit. A fig Newton. Yeah, I called training off as well for a few days. I'm bigger than I look. I look very small. No, just a little. Natural, guys. Natural. You'll see it. You'll see it. I'll show my physique. Hey, bodybuilding channel. I owe it to you guys. I owe it to you guys for sure. Should be made law. If you got a YouTube channel, you pick apart people's physiques. You got to show yours. I think next year we are going to have Mr. Olympia from USA. Huh. That's funny you say that. The last two Olympia champions, non-American. The viewer, tell me the last time that happened. Front double mark. You can't see the guns. I still can't see them. My shirt is too tight. To go around the arm. Front double. That's it. That's it. I could show my physique, but not face. Oh, okay. Wow. Connie says, 15 years as a wrestler? How does the body feel now? 15 years is a long time. When I am in pain, I keep it to myself, Con. But I definitely am not, I can be floored some days when my back's bad. Taking a lot of power bombs. A lot of power bombs. There's people out there that have power bombed me 100 times. One guy, power bomb over and over again. Match after match after match. Used to do 3-day shots. You do a shot Friday night. You go to wrestle Saturday, and then again a third shot on Sunday. I only worked weekends. I didn't want to make a full-time gig out of wrestling. It's too hard on the body. Some 3-day weeks. Sometimes on Wednesdays, I'd do a match on a Wednesday sometimes. Not very often. Marx Max, what do you think about Patrick Johnson in the Olympia this year? I'm doing a video on Patrick Johnson, will be put out today. He's super thick like an oak tree. You need to win, Marx. Take lots of creatine. Listen, Jack, I'm going to tell you a little secret about this creatine you're talking about. It's pretty good stuff. Heals the muscles pretty good too. I take a scoop after my workout with straight water. That's it. I don't mix my creatine with anything. You drink it like a man. One shot. Do you have any information on Flex Lewis? What happened to Flex? What's wrong with Flex? Marx, please do the biggest heads in bodybuilding history. Arnold. Arnold had the biggest. Oh, Lou had a big head too. Lou Ferrigno. Big head. Big head. Samson's got a big head. Samson's got a big head too. Biggest noses. You ever see the length of Gunter's? I have a lot of respect for you, brother. Well, thank you. Wrestling is very difficult. I did it myself for 3 years. Yeah. It's as genetically selective as bodybuilding. I don't look like much, but I can take a pounding and the wind does not get knocked out of me. Have not had the wind knocked out of me since I was just a little kid. It's like it just didn't happen anymore. You see people take a body slam. It's so funny. Well, not funny, but it is kind of funny. They think they're dying. There's nothing wrong. Well, you could have punctured a lung. I've had guys puncture lungs that I've been wrestling with in the same like event, never in this match with me, but I've had, you come backstage and they gotta go get fucking friggin' pardon my language there, they gotta go get operated on. So they puncture their lungs. Wrestling's not no Tinkerbell sport or game or whatever you call it. You get your neck fused if you do it long enough. Kai Green, 2022. Would he have won? Maybe. Do you think Flex Lewis would have placed the top 6 if he competed at the Olympia? Well, Derek Lunsford, he got second. So what does that tell you? You got to Flex Lewis has to be home right now thinking, oh, could have won in 2020. And he could have. Could have. Flex Lewis is retired, guys. He's done. He's done. Okay? He's eating. He's home eating. Hey, Mark, any opinion on Eric Bugenhagen since he went to the WWE? Haven't watched wrestling in years, guys. I watched the old stuff like I watch old wrestling all the time. I'll just put an old event on or something, but I don't watch the new product. Just not interested. What league? ECWF, XWA, VPW, IPW, BWF. Around here, independent federations, they come and they go. I honestly couldn't tell you some of them. It's like, who we what federation is this? Most of the time, it's just the boys, the same guys that I wrestle with locally around in the next like few provinces around. It's the boys. XWA was one of the more prominent ones that I wrestled in for years. I don't watch wrestling, I just do it. Yeah. Marx, Max, I don't watch wrestling, I just do it muscle. That's basically it. I don't do it anymore either. When you're my age, and if you're not making when you're my age, when you are over 30 and you're not making bucks, you're doing it for $20, You call a $40 show a good pay, then you should probably quit. But some guys do it for, that's their life. Show your obliques and abs, bro. No, not right now. Been eating bad all weekend at the Olympia for the Olympia. Eating bad. Be a be a ripoff to show you them at this today. Maybe 5 days ago I would have give you a shot. Or maybe 5 days from now I'll give you a shot. But she's a little too smooth today. Me lads, me buckos. How many years do you think, or do you guys think it will take Jack to get top 5? Hey, he could get top 3 next year. It's wide open for guys. People are going to be training twice as hard next year because they're going to be thinking, see, it happened last year. You don't know. You don't know. Samson probably didn't even think that he was going to get into the top 6. Super strength or super speed? Super speed. Super speed with some strength. Needs more cooking in the oven. Yeah. How much speed did you get? Oh, sleep. Not speed. None because I was on speed. I got like 3 hours. The Olympia first night, second night, maybe 4. Still reeling from that lack of sleep. But it's the Olympia. If you're a YouTuber, a couple of times a year, once for bodybuilding, you get your more revenue, you get your more views. So it is the time to do the videos. Bret Hart is my favorite wrestler. Yeah, he's mine too, even though he hates bodybuilding. He dissed the bodybuilders. But I don't hold anything against what somebody says. Oh, did you hear what he said? What kind of world are we living in anyway? Did you hear what he said? Back in my day, people had to do something bad to be hated. Did you hear what he said? I don't care. Did you see what he did? Going around saying you're going to kill everybody. Well, how many people did he kill? Well, none. Well, this guy here killed 3 and he said he wasn't going to kill anybody. So, geez Louise. People get so offended by what people say. You hear what he said? You hear what he said? Who cares? Who cares what somebody said? Huh? It's like Lee Priest. He says a lot of crazy things. If you don't like it, don't listen to him. I might not agree with what some of these people say, but I will fight to the death for their right to say it. You got to give people the right to say what they want to say. What is Marx Max Muscle's favorite Christmas tradition? I don't know. Watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Couple other movies. Me and the wife, we sit back and we watch a couple of movies together. Yeah. And Chevy Chase, kind of an idiot too. 155 pounds? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe 160. But if I lean down, I give 170 for my top weight. If I competed, we get down to 135 pounds just in Glacier's thin skins. I also, yeah, Chris Benoit. I liked him and Eddie Guerrero. Maybe one reason why I don't watch wrestling at all anymore. Maybe one reason why I don't watch it at all. Connie, Connie, the fried pussycat scene from National Lampoons. I usually don't watch movies when they kill an animal, but it is kind of funny. No animal actually dies, but they wanted to take that out. The studio that produced the movie, they wanted to take that out of the movie when they killed the cat. But they showed it for test audiences and they loved it. They thought it was hilarious because it's a joke. It's a joke. So they kept it in there. Shot for shot. How you doing, man? How am I so handsome? Well, my mom, she's beautiful. And my dad, he's a good-looking dude too. So, I mean, I got no choice. I got no choice in the matter. Marx, please imitate Arnold. What do you want me to say? You know, it's one thing if you just to do a couple lines like "I'll be back," but to actually talk like the oak. Now that is a better impression. Great work on the vid as always. Well, thank you, shot for shot. I see you hanging out with the big wig himself, Greg Doucette. I couldn't think of his name for a second. How embarrassing. Shot for shot, hanging out with Greg Doucette, the big guy. Tell him I said Derek Lunsford's gonna win Classic Physique. You tell Greg Doucette I said that. Opinion on bodybuilding and BS. I like bodybuilding and BS. Like I was saying before, you know, you got to defend people's rights to say things. Do I agree with everything he says? No. Do I watch all of his stuff? No. But people should be allowed to have their opinions on stuff. Hey, there's videos put out there on flat earthers, and you don't see the people coming in and saying, "Oh, there's no fact checks on those videos." Crazy. I don't know. People should be allowed to say, you know, if you want to watch, if you want to believe that there's a flat earth. I mean, look at religion. They're not all right. Nope, I'm not picking on religion. Just saying. They're all different. They all think they're right. Well, one of them's wrong. Or one of them, most of them are wrong. But anyway. Bodybuilding and BS is looking too much of drama. It's annoying for me. Well, that's just it, Jack. Don't watch it. Don't click on the video. All you have to do if you don't like it is don't watch the video. People saying the guy there that got taken down, you guys know who I'm talking about. He's talk bad about women, Paul or something. I didn't watch him. People ask me, "How did you not watch him?" I was like, "Because I don't like that stuff. I think women are great, but that's my opinion." Yeah, men build bridges. Eh, all those men came from a woman. And they only built the bridge to impress a woman. And they built the bridge to get into the next town. Did you see the women over in the next town? Women. Bro, your voice is sweet. Start commentating on bodybuilding shows. Well, that's the thing. My wife was on me about that. Well, why don't you just do live? Oh, you're so handsome. But I'm doing videos for you guys, first call out videos, and then as soon as the NPC News Online drops the pictures, I do comparisons. So there's really no time to do live. During the events anyway. Someday. But as of now, I gotta do the first call out videos to get the views. I need the views. I need to get 100,000 subscribers. My ultimate goal. Oh my goodness, we are well over an hour, ladies and gentlemen. I have to go. I have to go make videos for you guys. I gotta feed this 160 pounds with some proper nutrition. Proper. 100% whole grain oats. No milk. Peanut butter without sugar. Maybe about 7 eggs with the yolk. Give me your yolk bull crap. See people cutting into a red steak. Eggs will kill you. Where's my beer? All the eggs I want. That's Dave Palumbo. Merry Christmas, Mark. Don't overwork yourself. Why not? This is the time. Rest when I'm dead. Rest when I'm dead. Sometimes when you take it easy too much, it's too hard to do anything. You got to kind of stay on top. You get up, clean your room, start from there, go. That's how things are done. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Everybody's different. Everybody knows what's good for them, what's bad. Got to do a little bit of the bad sometimes to relieve some stress. Want to have a beer? Drink a beer. You want to have a doobie? Have a doobie. But just remember, guys, hit thumbs up on this video. You should do that. Tren O'Mike says hi. I wish he did. Mike O'Hearn. I like that guy. He busts right through the glass. Huh? Anyway, hit thumbs up, guys. Love you guys as always. This was my live. I'm going to be doing more lives on my other channel, Marx, Marks, instead of Marx. So subscribe to that channel as well, guys. Peace! Sing! Bye, guys.